There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Globe.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
Ever thought of reasons why you should stop waiting on a man before moving your life forward? That is a topic we're going to be discussing today, because feels like this time we decided that anything growth, we are in for it anyway. Welcome to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Keremi, and this is the conversation that we are having on the show. Now, feels like there's much more that we should do before we chase love or before we chase a man. Yes.
And you know, society has been telling women to stay small so that they don't scare men.
Mm-hmm.
To not appear too driven, lest they look independent.
Yeah.
To not aim too far before they find a man, lest they don't attract any man. They should stay small somewhat so that men think they are safe.
Mm-hmm.
Society is not used to a capable woman.
Yeah.
A woman who has means is very strange to this society. Why? Because they cannot differentiate between submission and subdued.
Yeah.
They believe for a woman to be marriageable, she must be controllable.
Mm-hmm.
They don't believe a woman who cooperates, submits to a man voluntarily, or even when she has options. So they want to take away your options, and you should appear like you have no options.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first century in Africa in particular where women are in the market fully. 100 years ago, it was not like this.
Yeah.
Now, you see how long we have been in getting here.
Mm.
If this is the first time a woman can be comfortably president, comfortably CEO, comfortably in the market, comfortably, and it's no longer shame and rejection. Therefore, this is also the first generation, a few generations maybe, to witness a woman who is marrying out of choice, who is submitting herself to a man willingly. The women of there before were made to need marriage for survival.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They were forced to put themselves in the hands of a man to be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a pyramid scheme. Get a man, he gives you children so that you need the man to feed the children.
Yes.
It was a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
While she was alone, she could have fed herself. But she was shamed for being alone.
Yeah.
Then she gets into that, she gets children, and she's not allowed to work. She needs the men to feed the children.
Yeah.
Then she's trapped. When they stopped enslaving by force, they started enslaving by shame. They shame you into a slave situation. To this day, that narrative is very strong. I'm staying there for the children.
Yeah.
In abuse.
Yes. For the children.
That narrative is so strong because it was one of the most core shackles used to tie men, to tie women forever. They started by forcefully amputating women body parts never to enjoy sex.
Yeah.
They started by forcefully marrying off a girl when she's 12. To rape her, make her mother by force. They started very far.
When she knows nothing about herself as well.
Yes. And because women, many of them have never woken up. Today they submit themselves to those things when they're 16, 18, 19. Not knowing their great-grandmother had no option. She could not grow. There was no space in society for a woman to grow. You could not rent a house. Where's your father? Where's your husband?
Mm-hmm.
You could not drive a car. You could not vote.
Yes.
Who shall educate women that what they're taking for granted took lives to fight for, the freedom to self-determine? So I see today young girls bragging, I have this boyfriend, I'm 19, we have a child, we have started life, I'm 21. And I'm saying, my friend, you're just going 100 years back.
Yeah.
You refuse what they fought so hard to give you, the space to just see the world by yourself first.
You're going back there willingly.
Yes. Nowadays, they go back there foolishly.
Yeah.
And when they did an interview, a survey asking women 18 to 30 between becoming polygamous, whether they have a problem, they said as long as the man has money, no problem. So they say 51% of women are saying as long as they don't mind polygamous or side chick, as long as it transforms their financial life. And I told them, who have you interviewed? Your interview group is wrong. Interviewing young girls who don't know life. So they think as long as the man has money, it can transform my life. I'll be second wife, no problem. Second wife is a sexual network. Polygamy nowadays is a cover for promiscuity. It's no longer polygamy.
Yes.
If he's not contented with his wife, he will not be contented with the 2 of you or 20 of you.
Yeah.
This is a roaming animal in a highly infected society.
Yeah.
And you're plugging yourself to a sex network for money.
For money.
Now you're going to use that money for hospitalization, for drugs, for stress.
People forget that.
When you want to interview the consequences of life choices, you should interview those who have done the full cycle. And find a woman who's 45 regretting wasting her youth with a married man. This 22-year-old has no clue. They're just full of fantasies. They believe in shortcuts. There's nobody will transform your financial life. They must be using you as an object. What are they getting out of it? They must reduce you to their slave. The woman who has means, who can purchase, set her life, who does not need a man to drive a car. Society is confused how they can bring her back to the yoke again. That is the debate we are extending today. You should not think it's only about, should I buy a car? Should I buy a plot? Whenever you hear women saying, I'm single, my mother said I should not buy a house, but I will not get married. I'm single. Mom says if I buy my car, I'm single. If I get this job, should I hide my... Women who should be driving Prado are driving Paso so that they don't scare husband.
Yes.
Somebody who can afford a Range Rover is driving a Caro. There's a car called Caro.
So not to scare them away.
You let me tell you, if you do not understand what we're discussing today, you will lie in your CV and get the wrong job.
Ah, yes.
You manage to get away with the lie, but into the wrong job.
Into the wrong job that you'll not enjoy.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, the one reason why you should not hold your developments waiting for a man is because the right man will recognize you by those developments. Your ID for the man who is looking for you will be how you stand out among women. How you drove in that C200, that small Mercedes. How you saw just a clean thing move gently into the parking lot. The pretty lady stepped out. And he has been looking for a woman who is not intimidated by his Range Rover. When he has a Range Rover and you have your C200, now
you're connecting.
Thank you.
You are at the same level.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a Range Rover called Autobiography that they customize to you to speak
your language.
Autobiography.
Yes.
You know? So if the guy is thinking those kind of things, or Maybach, Mercedes, do you think he wants to find a girl who's too tuk-tuk?
Who's still asking for 2K urgently? Yes.
The one reason you want to start your developments when you're single is because they're separating you from the pack, and the guy who needs to marry you is looking for those girls who are outliers. He himself being an outlier, he cannot work with a commoner. If you are still so afraid of judgment, He knows even you as a family, you will lead us to complacency so that we don't get alienated.
Yeah.
Now, you may not be marrying a rich man. Let me correct this part, lest you think when you get a car, the guys who hit on you must have bigger cars.
Yeah.
Some of us were wealthy before we owned anything. Understand that men's wealth comes from their philosophy and mindset and energy.
Yeah.
Never could I ever be scared because of the career title a woman was carrying. It never even registered. What she could be driving. We met at the hotel. I'm not sitting at the parking to see what you come driving.
Yeah.
The way you carry yourself suggests even if you're not driving now, you will drive. It's an energy.
Yeah.
True.
True.
You can see a person who can do things. Their confidence in their voice. The stability in their gait.
Yeah.
Just how comfortable they are with royalty. One way men test that is to take the date in places with class.
Yeah.
To see how you settle there. How you plug in. Small mannerisms. How eager you are to learn a few things.
Yes.
How open you are. Open-minded. You don't want a lady who's struggling to sit in Kempinski and I want us to go to Dubai. Feeling intimidated in 5-star of that world, I want to take you to 7-star. There's a state in the US that is just known for fun. San Francisco. just to take you a place where they have a whole stadium looking like a ball. Ball of light. Do you want to, as a man, find a woman who's been so afraid of doing anything that she's pretending to be small?
No.
So one reason I want you to start doing what you feel like doing when the time has come to do it, your type is also doing things. And they will identify you by that. And they will know you can build an empire. They will know you can make decisions.
Yes.
Do you know the ability to just dress well and walk around takes a lot of confidence?
True.
The ability to move from that bed sitter because you can afford a 2-bedroom
Yeah.
comfortably. And you leave that park that was comfortable with your small bed sitter. While other colleagues who can afford can't leave because they don't want to leave their friends.
Oh, yes.
The man, we know what it takes to grow.
Yes.
You have to say goodbye to those who are not growing. And that's what we are looking for. Because I don't want to see Sylvia working in such a good place. Then when you go to your home, you're taking me to the back of nowhere.
Yes.
To Huruma. Some of us, I don't know why they were named after Pity. Why would you call estate a Pity? And when you go there, actually, it's pitiful. So you try to...
Yes.
I'm wondering, you and here? You know, this is all my friends are in this estate. I try to imagine if I go over there, I'll be lonely. That's how you're going to tell. That's the same mindset you're going to bring to our home. That if we upgrade, we are leaving our friends behind. You don't have the courage to keep growing and meeting new people on that new level.
Yeah.
I want you to migrate to that new estate, to that better place. There's a lady who wanted to live in Karin, Runda, so much. She was just young and single. And she just felt like it feels homely. When you come from home where there are woods and nature, the only place that looks homely is those suburbs because they have trees and they have nature. Yes. She said it just feels right. I can take walks in the morning. There are no phone snatchers all over.
Yeah.
People are cautious.
Yes.
And she said, I like the pace of life that side. But she was earning us more money. I think it was only 25,000. No more. Beginner.
Yeah.
$200, very tiny thing.
Yes.
But she started looking for how people move into Runda. She actually discovered you can move it to an SQ. And an SQ has 2 people actually. And the total cost needed there is it 60. So with that, by the next job group, she moved there.
Yes.
She actually moved to Runda.
Wow. Those are brains.
She insisted, looked and found a way. And she was single. No, whenever you say Runda, people think your parents are...
Yes, money.
No, this guy came from the normal. And she said, strangely, the kind of men she started meeting, the places they were taking her for dates changed. It changed.
Yeah.
And she said, by the time I think that time they were engaged or something, the man knew this girl wants the final life. And this guy too wanted the final life. He had weird dreams of building a kind of real estate that looks like a community. No more men dream of building a flat, a house there. This fella wants to build a community. Just imagine Tattoo City or those kind of... That's what he imagines.
Yes.
And where else to get ideas other than Runda? Where else to get ideas how it's doable? Modern technology. I want you to do that thing you feel like doing. And get to see when it's like a ladder, you have climbed on this level, what view you see.
Yeah.
Perhaps you are being invited to see something different. Stop postponing thinking men will fear you. The men who belong to your class will need you to stand out that much so that they can support you.
Yeah.
I want you to move to a better house so that you leave the pack. Join the fewer. I want you to buy the bigger car so that you leave smallness.
Yes.
You know, you used to fueling 1,000 and you go to Muranga. It's cheaper than Matatu with 1,000.
You're home. I'm home.
No, I want you to fuel another guy.
Yes.
Which has majesty.
Yeah.
And realize here it's not always emphasis about fuel.
Yeah.
It's also how the air, the atmosphere. Those tiny things have no atmosphere. They just sneak in.
Yeah.
I've arrived. Where are you? Okay, I'm down here. You know, you arrive at every entrance and the gate man is asking, are you dropping taxi? Yeah, it's not taxi. That level. Then you're being pushed to the side. Other guys, you drop there. No, I'm also going in.
We have to grow. We have to grow.
It's a good level to start.
Yes.
But it's not a good level to stay when you know you're capable.
Yeah, true.
Many women are channeling their money to everything else. To just avoid buying that good shoe. To just avoid moving to that good place.
Yeah.
To avoid getting that furniture. To avoid living that life. Which means you don't have self-care. You're not decisive. You're so fearful. You need it to be approved. Yeah. You want everybody to like you. You just stuck in the wrong pack. There's loneliness in growth.
Yeah, true.
Every time you break a new level, you lose people.
Yeah.
But you also gain others.
And better ones.
That lady said the women started noticing her and saying, I wish my daughter was like you. The women who grew there, they got their children there.
Yes.
And the people who she was looking for house from say, who are you with? Are you coming, husband? No, I'm just alone. Oh, I like that. Do you know there are more people who are impressed by growth among successful rich people than the mediocre characters?
Yeah.
I like the way Alex Hamosi put it. He said, many people remain poor because they're afraid of being judged by other poor people for trying to get rich. Okay?
Yeah.
You're surrounded by poor folk who don't want to see you trying to
grow.
And so they shame you and you stop trying. He said, rich people don't criticize you for trying to get rich because they have taken that journey themselves.
Yeah.
When you try to look for a house in Runda and you don't have prestige, rich people don't shame you.
Yeah, they don't.
A lot of them say, I was there. Keep on.
Yeah.
Keep on, actually.
Yeah.
We're not saying everyone is happy. We're saying a lot of them there. They're in higher numbers than where you're coming from.
Yes.
Will clap.
And actually, I've noticed these people who have already grown, they always take time to give you a word or two.
When they see you trying.
Yes.
And they can relate.
I get that a lot.
That's why you should fly first class. To sit next to people who have...
Yeah, who have grown.
Or just
who
fly.
have class.
Before you fly first class, just fly. Anybody on an airplane? Okay, now let's start on the basics.
Yes.
Anybody who's flying, a lot of times, many of these people are doing serious things.
Yeah.
which don't take the time to be on the road. Now, when you start flying, next, a better airline.
Yes.
Next, first class.
First class.
So keep going.
Yes.
But just know, Donald Trump says he has a friend. It's good to hear when people like Donald Trump discuss their friends. You can pick a few things, okay?
Yes.
When rich people talk, learn to listen. Eh?
Learn to listen.
They can drop nuggets.
Yeah. When you start assessing your quorum.
He said he has a friend who only flies first class throughout.
Mm-hmm.
Said even when he could hardly afford it.
Yeah. Oh.
It's not prestige. He said this guy was not, but he can only
Fly first class.
He said it helps him think a certain way.
Sure.
He said you should look. He was describing mental hook. What you can hook your mind on to remain looking upwards.
Mm-hmm.
He said when that guy sits there, it feels like he's in the company he wants.
Yeah.
In that atmosphere, there's more leg room, there is more refreshments, there's more courtesy. There's something. This is a guy who's very hardworking. He said eventually the guy now became that kind of a person.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you start living beyond your means or borrowing all of that, but find a few elements that you know they attract you.
Mm-hmm.
It could be just big machines. Some people drive big cars as like wearing a suit.
Yes.
You know,
that's
part of how they package themselves. Look for whatever. Sometimes you build big houses, not because, oh, we are building for lizards. Can you occupy all that house? It's part of my wear. That's how I show up.
That's how you show up.
Yes. Don't be a minimalist. Eh? Can you stay in this room? How many children do you have? What?
Mm-hmm. They'll all go at some point. Especially if you have girls.
My house is part of me.
Yes.
My friend. It's a guest room 1, guest room 2, guest room 5. The guests make up once in 2 years. Don't bother.
Yes.
It's my... You know, the kings have big houses, not because they're sleeping big... How many beds?
Yeah.
You can't even drive 2 cars at once. You can't even sleep in 2 beds at once.
That's who they are.
Thank you. So don't be reduced by this minimalism. What is the difference in the house in Karen? Karen and Kawangware, they are both houses. Wait, they are not the same. They are different. So you need to move so that those developments can set you apart. And the second thing that you need to do early, before this man arrives, is you need experience in management. Buy things, they teach you to manage money, negotiate, assess purchases, register documents, know risk factors, understand scamming, understand things. It's so hard we are trying to grow and you have avoided that level completely. You have never even managed money to try get something and get the other, negotiate the other one. When a woman is trying to buy land, trying to buy a car, trying to buy a house, what is she exposing herself to? The real market of properties, assets, millions, monies in huge amounts. When she's trying to just plot there, discuss with the bank, check. It will not be new when you're trying to do that thing 10 times scale. When you try to learn how to play keyboard, you just learn one set of keys. They go repeating with different notch. Same rules, higher notch. That's wealth. When you try to buy a car, the time you try to buy another car that is 10 times, same rules, higher notch.
Oh, yeah.
It will be same rules.
Same rules.
When you were buying that first tiny car and how it felt, how it sit, you realize, so even these big things, just same rules.
Same rules.
Higher notch.
Yeah.
Now you know about fresh import, foreign use. You know the language.
Yes.
It's the
same language. Just a higher notch.
Mileage.
Yes.
I mean,
you know
registration. Now you can... I know. I'm familiar with this. You don't start making dangerous mistakes on the higher notch.
Yeah.
You know, you already cleared the background of saying when you search foreign used means it has been imported but not used local, not registered local. Okay, local use means that's what we call second hand.
Yeah.
Okay, brand new means 0 mileage. Can be local, can be At least you know the categories.
You know the language, the categories. And it's a logbook and a logbook.
You know,
just a higher notch.
You get it. It's both logbook. Yes. It's both registration. Yes. There's such thing as Teams, online registration of the car. You can search. You can, same rules, higher notch. So start now. Just start getting your things.
Yes.
The same rules of buying 50 by 100. With the same thing by 500 by 200. You know, the same land registry.
Yes.
The same contact you once had. The same process you went through.
And actually, if you made mistakes on this one, you'll not make mistakes there.
You know.
Yes.
And that's one thing men who are not informed don't know. Don't get a girl who's completely green from her mother's house, don't know, from college. My friend, you make expensive training. Expensive. If you wanted to build an empire, get a girl who has at least a mindset for it. And she has been trying to learn about it.
Yeah.
Who knows, you don't give money until the car reflects on your account.
True.
Same rules, higher notch. Back then she was buying $500,000 and she knew this is all my life.
Yeah.
My friend, I've been told this is how scamming works. If you're not ready to just even when you're buying a 50 million car, the rules are the same.
Just a higher notch.
Get a woman who has already started on lower notches just to learn some things.
Yes.
If she can know how to survey land, she knows the questions to ask. Is it title or certificate? Is it ready title?
Yes.
Are there any encumbrances? Are there loans on that land? Can I search green card? Can I check history, ownership history? What is it? Is freehold. Now, do I start teaching you freehold, leasehold, development? What is a control development? Can I go up? Can I build this?
We'll not be focusing on something else.
You know?
Yes.
And how to know why is it, this is residential, this is comma. At least let her be interested.
Yes.
When you come together, we will move together. But if you are several years back, it's like teaming up class 8 with the class 3. There'll be no conversation. Remember, I'm not describing men because they already reach a same, because they already have a plan for it and they're already interested, curious. He could be at the same level as you, but his level of curiosity and learning and investment and interest is the same, which means you're going to click at once and move.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You need experience in ownership, experience in management, experience in due diligence, experience in financial management. I want you to start acquiring those things. Don't delay again. Stop keeping that money in the account. And you know very well what you want to buy.
Yeah.
But you don't know how men will see you. You're not looking for men, looking for one man. The one who will be suited for the woman you're becoming.
Yeah.
Remember that if you continue playing small, you'll attract men who can only accommodate you when you remain small. Whatever it takes to get something is the same thing it will take to keep it. If it takes you pretending to be small to get married, it will take you pretending to be small to remain married. You need to be yourself so that the marriage that will also allow you to be yourself. Yes.
Well, in this show, we have to grow by fire, by force. That was such a good conversation. Now, let me read something that you've written in this book that is Millionaire Moves. That is when you get serious about making money. That is what the book says. It says, pursue life before you chase love. That is the conversation that we were having. There are blessings that will never enter your life until some people and their energies have left. There are heights you can't ascend to until you cut off the weight of those who pull you down. You know them because their words always leave you depressed and down. You've kept them around because they told you that you would be miserable without them. But the truth is the opposite. You're miserable with them and you'll be liberated without them. Wow, I love how you've put it. It's just so concise. And when you read this, you analyze your life. Let me say, when I read this, I've analyzed my life, and trust you me, there are things that I have been doing differently, and I can see results instantly. This is a book that you don't want to miss in your life. That is Millionaire Moves. Now, to close this, how can a woman incorporate self-esteem, self-care, and boundaries to bring us back now to this topic of not chasing men, not chasing money, but growing?
Yes. Of course, we are not suggesting when the season comes for you dating consciously that you just remain passive. We are saying while you prepare for the marriage that is to come, while you also search and you should also be growing by the side, don't postpone the growth. Take it while you search. Take it while you grow. Take it. Self-care is simply nurturing yourself, putting yourself in the best nourishing environments and pouring into yourself intentionally, getting good things, good treats, good free time, relaxing time. And then even when you work, don't just work hard and hustling. Work with the flow. Do what you love. That's also self-care. Do what you enjoy. Make sure it's enjoyable and it is tapping into your talents. It's your strengths, not your weaknesses. It's self-abandonment. Continue doing a job you don't enjoy and you look mediocre. You look frustrated, you look bitter.
Yeah.
You should do a job you enjoy. Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect that. I saw that somewhere and I wondered, self-care. Growth as a woman. Thank you so much for that conversation. I believe our viewers have bought something in all this that we had. Please keep on watching the shows so you can grow. It's all about growth in these shows. Also buy Benjamin Zulu's books sorry, on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com and be wise. Bye bye.
There are conversations that shape how we live, conversations that help us navigate challenges of life, conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the bench.